Hello friends, good afternoon all of you. And see, why students have not joined, I don't know. Let it be, we will continue. With 5 also, it's fine. Right now it is, maybe they will join later on. All right, so if you remember in previous session, we people have done with adjectives, but you know that I have told you people to just prepare for oral communication because we know that we have to work on our oral communication only, though we are learning it grammar and all those things, but important is that we have to practice oral communication also. So whatever the sessions that we people have done so far, they're all related with such kind of grammar sessions only. And in this session I'm just expecting that we have to uh, go for this activity of oral communication. And so last time also I intimated you that you people can prepare one topic where you people can just prepare one presentation. It can be speech, it can be anything which can be conducted for 3 minutes to 5 minutes. So I hope that you people can take note of it. So almost everybody, I think that I told everybody that you people have to prepare for it. And maybe half an hour we people will go for some grammar topics, and remaining half an hour we people can go for these kind of presentations. Okay. So from that point of view, just let me know what should we do first. Should we go for learning some grammar and then presentation, or first presentation and then grammar? So last time, I think that Nikhil, Divya, Nupur, Rajeshwari, you were there. Avinash, you were not there last time. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask remaining students, are you prepared? Nikhil, Divya, Nupur, Rajeshwari.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we will first of all we will complete some. I think that today we are going to discuss some verb. Okay, and if we finish verb, then we will go for your presentations. So I will share screen immediately, and people just let me know that if my voice is clear and the screen is also visible. So is it audible and visible properly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's begin. Today we will discuss about verb. Okay. So you know that when we people use language and when we communicate, and in communication it can be oral communication, it can be written communication. Wherever we are using language, we people need to understand that we people are using sentences. And so when we use sentences, in every sentences you will find there we people need to use verb. Okay, we need to use verb. Without verb you cannot use any language. Okay, you cannot use any language, you cannot use any sentence, you cannot have communication. So therefore verb becomes very important part of sentence. Okay, it becomes very important part of sentences. And without verb you can't make any sentence. You can make any sentence without subject. Okay, there can be sentence where there is no subject, but you can't have any sentence where you don't have verb. So where there is verb, if there is any sentence, that sentence has to be with verb. That you people have to understand. And if verb is that much important, you'll come to know verb can be used in various forms. It can be used in simple form. It can be used in maybe past tense, past participle. It can be again auxiliary verb, it can be modal auxiliary, or it can be again in various form. If we understand how to use verb correctly, it means we learn communication. Okay, so first of all, you people have to learn this. So for that point, we people are going to begin with verb, and most of the times verb is considered equal, or it is a word which uh, verb means action, okay, which shows an action, but it is not all the time action. Sometimes it is fact, or sometimes it is state also, which is described by the word verb. Okay, so to understand more, we people will go to the next slide. So let me know if next slide is visible or not. Is it visible? I think may not be visible. Next slide, where you are able to see what is meaning of verb. So I will share the screen once again. Okay. All right. So let's try to understand what is verb. So it says verb is a word. Okay. It is a word. Is it visible screen now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
okay. It is a verb that denotes. What does it denote? It denotes an action. It denotes a state. It denotes possession also. Okay. So these are the things that we people have to understand. Okay. So first of all, about action, because many of the times we people understand actions. All verbs we consider that as an action, but it is not all the time action. It can be sometimes state. So state means that something is there, that is just discussed. Okay. So Pragati, do join lecture on time. Okay. I think that this is very late to join right now. Almost it is 15 about minutes, 15 minutes we have spent, and see, we have to wait to students that how you're going to join, and maybe we have to take time for that. So next time, take care that you're joining it on time.
Yes, sir.
And possession also. In case of possession, we people have to understand that something that belongs to me, that can be also shown with the help of verb. So here you people can say examples. First example, I learn a poem. Okay, I learn a poem. What is verb here in this sentence? Verb is learn. Okay, and what does it denote? It denotes an action. Okay, learning is an activity, so we learn so many things. So I learn a poem, I learn English, I learn driving, I learn swimming. So learning here is an action. Okay, you can read the second sentence here. She is a doctor. So here what is verb? Here is verb. Okay, and it does not show in action. If you find, you will not find any action here in this sentence. Then what is it talking about? It is talking about a state. What is she? She is a doctor. So a doctor is a state which is conveyed by the verb is. So a verb shows state also. Then next is third example is here, that says he has a car. Okay, so when we say he has a car, here verb is has. Okay, and that is main verb. Here is also main verb, has is also main verb, and here it shows possession. Okay, has shows possession. So possession is something belongs to me, something that I have. Okay, so here you people can understand that what do I have? I have a car, or he has a car. What does he have? He has a car, like that. So here has shows possession. So a verb is a word that denotes an action, or it can be a state, or it can be possession. Okay, I hope that this is clear to you. Any questions here? If no questions, then we will go here and we'll try to understand types of verbs. Okay, so if you want to see verbs, you'll come to know that verb we can classify like this. Here, that is main category of verb, and if it is verb here, it can be classified into two main types. One is main verb, okay, and another we can just classify it like helping verb, or we can call it auxiliary verb also. So when we people have this classification here, again you people can try to understand. When we think of main verb we can classify into two types, that can be like this: transitive verb, and another type we can use it here, that can be intransitive. Okay, and in auxiliary verb also you can have two kinds of classification, and that can be like this: primary auxiliary, and here another one is, we call it modal auxiliary. Okay, so this classification you people have to understand, and apart from that, again you can find this can be finite verb, infinite verb. Okay, so what is transitive verb here? Can you just find it out? What do you mean by transitive verb here? So transitive verb where there is transition. Transition of what? Transition means something we can change it into passive voice, or the verb which carries an object, that is called transitive. And what is intransitive? Intransitive is the verb which do not carry an object, that becomes intransitive, or the any sentence which we cannot consider into passive voice, that we call it intransitive. Okay, so this way people understand. We can give example also here. For example, if I would like to give one example here, he laughs loudly. Okay, so here let me ask Pradnesh, is it audible, Pradnesh? Is my voice reaching to you? So why haven't you joined on time? Right now it is 18 minutes, okay, and you are joining the class right now. So why do you join late? Again, let me ask. Prasad Shinde is also here. Prasad, this is not fair to join the lecture after 20 minutes. So take note of this. Take note of this. Okay, he laughs loudly. Here, what is verb? Verb is laugh. So laughing here is an action, and this is intransitive. Okay, I will move it here. This is intransitive. Why it is intransitive? Because here there is no object. And if I give you here another example, and if this example is, he writes a letter, you'll come to know that here what is verb? Write is verb. Okay, what is verb here? Write is verb here. So you'll come to know this is transitive verb. Why it is transitive verb? Because there is object in this sentence. What is object? A letter is object, or we can convert it into passive voice also. Like this, a letter is written by him, that becomes passive. So therefore, the verb write is transitive. But you'll come to know he laughs loudly. You'll come to know here there is no object, and so therefore laugh is intransitive verb. We cannot convert this sentence into passive voice. So that is transitive and intransitive. Then let's see, in case of auxiliary verbs, we people have to understand primary auxiliary. So in primary auxiliary, you people have to understand that there are three forms of primary auxiliary. They are like to be forms. Okay, There are to be forms, there are to do forms, okay, and there are to have forms. So in to be forms, again, you people can have in present tense. Which are to be forms in the present tense? Emmys are, okay. In to be forms, which are to be forms in the past?
Was where.
Yes, was where, there are to be's in the past. So same with to do also. In to do we have present forms. So which are present forms of to do? Do and does. So what is past form of do?
Did.
Yes, did. So that is about to do forms. And now about to have form. To have form in present tense. Which are present forms of have? Have and has, okay. And which one is in past? Only one?
Had.
Had, okay. So these all are called primary auxiliaries, which are am, is, are, was, were, do, does, did, have, has, had. All these are primary auxiliaries, and we know, we are all familiar with these all 11 primary auxiliaries. So when to use am, when to use is, are, all we people know. When pronoun is am, sorry, pronoun is I, then only we people use am, and that is into present tense. It can be into simple present, it can be into present continuous also. In case of is, if your subject is singular in present tense, we people use it with simple present and present continuous. If your subject is plural, in that case we people use are in simple present and present continuous, okay. Same with was. If your subject is singular, you are going to use was in past tense. In past tense, simple past and past continuous can be used with was. If your subject is plural, you can use were, uh, and it can be used in past tense, simple past and past continuous. Then in case of to do forms in present tense, do and does, we people use do for let's say plurals, and does for third person singular, like he, she, it. These are called third person singular, and for this third person singular we people use does here, like he plays, she plays, something like this. And we people use did with all kinds of subjects. It can be singular, it can be plural. We use did in past. Then in to have in present tense we have and has, okay. So when to use have, if your subject is plural, like we, you, they, and I, with these pronouns we people use have. And if your subject is singular, like he, she, it, in that case we use has. And with all pronouns, all subjects, we people use had, okay. So these are called primary auxiliaries. And then we people can go here for primary auxiliary also. So you'll come to know in case of sorry, model auxiliary also. Model auxiliary, people have to think like the future tense, shall, will is there, then can, could is there, may, might, must is there, should is there, would is there, then need to, dare to, used to. So these are also some of the model auxiliaries that we people have to understand their use also, okay. So this is structure of verb that we people have to understand. Again, here in main verb, we people are using different 5 forms of verb and 3 forms of verb that we people will try to discuss, okay. So is it clear? Any questions here about verb? Any questions? Is it clear? So you can reply with yes or no, okay, if you are listening. Should I make this screen clear here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that we people have discussed here same things. You people might have just studied main verb, that is transitive verb. I explained it. Transitive means where there is an object after verb, that is called transitive. Here an apple is an object, so this verb eat is transitive. And intransitive means there is no object, so here laugh is intransitive because loudly is not an object here. Auxiliary verbs, I have told you primary auxiliary verbs are am, is, are, was, were, do, does, did, have, has, had. Okay, and model auxiliary also I have just told you people that you people can have shall, will, should, would, can, could, may, might, must, and dare to, ought to, used to, need to. These are also model auxiliary verbs. Okay, so with this, let's go to the next slide. And on this next slide, you people have to understand how do we use verb. So we use verb in these 5 forms. So which are those 5 forms? Here you people can see the examples of these 5 forms. They are like this. First of all, infinitive. So in infinitive, what happens? We people use to, and after to, we people use first form of verb v1 here. Okay, that is called infinitive. For example, here in next column, you people can see examples given here, like it is to sing, to play, to write. Okay, then another form, second form, that is base form. So base form means first form. Okay, it is without to here, so it is sing, play, write. So that became your base form. Then here it is your v2, or we can also call it past tense also. Okay, so past tense, same examples we are taking here: sang, played, wrote. Okay, and then here we people have past participle of verb, that is we call it v3. So v3, you can see here sung. So you can have 3 forms here: sing, sang, sung, play, played, played, write, wrote, and written. Okay, because these 3 forms are very important. You should know these 3 forms, because already we people know base form infinitive, we have to just add to here, and present participle we are going to add ing here. Okay, so fifth form, that is called present participle of main verb, and that is we, for our understanding, we can call it ving form. Okay, it is not v, it is ving form. So singing, playing, writing, these are the 5 forms of verbs. And everywhere, whenever you are going to see verb, main verb, we are talking here about which verb? Main verb. So that main verb you will find in these 5 forms only. Either it can be in 2 base form, it can be only base form, it can be into second verb form, it can be into third verb form, or it can be with ving form. Apart from these 5 form, you will not find any other form of main verb. Okay, and if you have seen these examples, sing, sang, sung, play, played, played, write, wrote, written, another classification that you people can make here, and that classification can be of regular verb and irregular verb. So do you have any idea what is a regular verb and irregular verb means? If you know, you can tell me. Or you don't have any idea? Okay, if you don't know, pay attention. So regular verb means what? Regular means here the verb which past tense v2 and v3 is same. For example, you can take it here like this. We'll take example: play, played, played. So what do you find? Played and played, that is same. Okay, so second form is same, third form is also same. So here it is called regular verb. Okay, and what is irregular verb? You can take sing, sang, sung here. Sing, sang, sung. So what do you find here? 3 forms are different, they are not same. Okay, second form is sang, third form is sung. So such verbs, they are called irregular verb. Okay, so sing, sang, sung is irregular, play, played, that is the regular verb. So you can tell me write, wrote, written. It is regular or irregular? Write, wrote, written. This verb is regular verb or irregular?
Irregular.
Yes, that is irregular. What do we add simply, Prajnesh? We simply add what? I did not understand what do you mean by we simply add. Yes, we simply add ed, yes, at the last. All right. Yes, we add ed here. Played. So that becomes regular. All right. So on the next slide, we are going to move where you are able to see three forms of verbs. Okay, we are going to have list of these three forms, so people can just try to pay attention here and try to understand. So present tense, that here we will call it v1. Past tense here is v2, and here is past participle v3. Like go, went, gone, write, wrote, written, play, played, catch, caught, take, took, taken, fight, fought, ride, rode, ridden. So you people can help me here. We will make a list of such verbs here. So can you tell me examples? We'll make a list of such verbs, three forms of verbs, okay? Tell me. Or you don't know any verbs? Okay, we'll begin. Rajnesh, beat. So what are three forms of beat? Three forms of beat.
Begin, sir.
Okay, we'll go to begin. Beat. Is it same? Second form beat, bait, beaten. Just check it. So what is three forms of begin? Be quick. Begin, began, begun. Okay, next we are making a list, so don't restrict yourself. Everyone try to participate. Okay. So Mallar, Nikhil, Vinayak,
Forgot, sir.
forgot,
Forget.
forget. Then
Forgot, forgotten.
forgot, forgotten. Yes,
Give, sir.
give. Then
Gave, given.
gave, given. So what are three forms of fly? Fly, flew,
Flew, flown.
flown. Then you know, if you don't know many verbs, you are having so many limitations to speak. If you know many verbs, you can express it easily. Okay. So maximum verbs and their three forms you must know if you want to speak in English.
Drink, sir.
Yes. Drink, then
Drank, drunk.
drink. drank, drunk. Yes. So we are 10 people and even we don't have 10 verbs also. That is not fair. Speak, spoke, spoken.
Sell, sir.
Sell, sold, sold.
Fall.
Tear, tore, torn. Fall,
Fail. Fallen.
fail, fallen.
Swim, sir.
Swim, then what?
Swam.
Swam, then
Swam.
swum.
Play, sir.
Play,
Played.
played, played.
Playing.
Playing, not played.
Played. Okay.
Ride.
Right here on this chart, we have already ride, fight, fought.
Right. Right, sir.
So right is also we have discussed right, wrote, written. Yes.
Drive,
Be,
sir. Drive.
where, been. Drive. Yes. Drive,
Drove, driven.
drove, driven. Okay. Do, did, done. Where are other students? Other students also try to
Tell, sir.
participate. Tell. So what is tell? Tell, told, told.
Told. Yes, sir.
Everyone try to say something. Okay. Eat, ate, eaten.
Run, sir.
Run. What is for run?
Ran, run.
Yes.
Cease.
Freeze, froze, frozen.
Rise.
Rise. Rise. What is for rise?
Rose. Risen.
Risen. Check केलेले आहेत का बघा फक्त.
Ring, sir.
Think. What is think?
Ring, sir. Ring.
Ring. Okay, ring. Ring.
Rang, rung.
Rang, rung.
Bite. Bit. Bitten.
Okay. Bite, beat, beaten. Yes, give, gave, given. Hide, hid, hidden. That is right. Okay. And also, can you tell me? Can we use here like if I give example like this? Fast, faster, fastest. Is it okay? Is this right here?
Yes, sir.
Fast, faster, fastest. Then great, greater, greatest. Is it okay? Great, greater, greatest. Is it okay? Great, greater, greatest.
Yeah, sir. Okay.
Then you have to think, just think whether we are learning what, verb or what. We are learning verb, okay? We are learning verbs. So you just check what we last two examples. Are they verbs?
Degree, sir. These are degrees.
No, sir.
Yes. So adjectives, we last time we people have studied adjectives, okay? So adjectives also have three forms and verbs also have three forms. If you think fast, is it verb? That is not verb. Great, that is also not verb. So remember, you should not confuse with it. So these are not okay because they are not verbs here. So we are not going to mention them. So other examples, I got it. Wake, woke, woken. Draw, do, drawn. Yes, that's right, Prajnesh. Okay, so you just make a list. Okay, all right, here we cannot go for everything, but you need to increase this list. You just mention these verbs in your notebook, and thousands of verbs you should know. How many? Thousands, more than thousands. So minimum 1,000 verbs you should know, and you try to find it out more than 1,000. If you go to Google or if you find on YouTube, you can get a number of such verbs and their list. You just try to go for these verbs, and out of those which are simple and you can skip them. For example, do, did, done, very simple. We have learned it so many times, we did not to go. But if you know that if I don't know freeze, froze, frozen, I have to make a list of such verbs which are new, which are different, which are difficult. Okay, so that can be done. I hope that you people will do. If you want to improve on English communication, if you want to increase your vocabulary, you people have to find out maximum verbs, and there are three forms also. All right, so here we will go to the next slide, and I'll make this screen clear. Okay, should I clear the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Then let's go to the next slide here, and on next slide, you people can see we can make verbs from noun. Okay, if there is any noun given to us, from that noun we can make verbs. How to make it? So see here, first column, that is of verb, and in second column you will find verb form of that noun. So beauty, beautify. So what happened here? That is noun, that is verb. Horror, horrify. Then justice, that became justify. Nation, nationalize. Origin, originate. Okay, courage, here it became encourage, that is verb. Okay, example, exemplify. So this way again you can practice like this also. Those which are nouns, from the nouns you try to make verbs. Then on next slide we people are going to make verbs from adjectives. Okay, we are going to make verbs from adjectives also. So here the first column is of adjectives, and in next column you can have verb forms of those adjectives. So popular is an adjective. You can see it became popularize, that became verb. Public, publish. Spatial, specialize. Clear, clarify. False, falsify. General, generalize. Deep, deepen. Okay, so this way also we people can increase our verbs. Okay, so I think that we people have done with this primary auxiliaries, but just get in form of a table. Here you can find to be forms. In present tense you have am, is, are. In past tense you have was and were. To have forms, in present tense you have and has. In past tense you are having had here. To do forms, here you are having in present tense do and does. In past tense did. Okay, so That's all about. I think that model auxiliaries are remaining. So in next session, we'll talk about model auxiliaries and some exercises there that we can cover in next session. But you know that last 10 to 15 minutes are there. We will spend it for oral communication. Okay. Any questions about so far? Any questions here?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So let me know those students who are ready and they can speak today. Is there anyone who are going to say something? Who are going to speak about any topic, about any person, about any personality, about any sport, about any machine, about any technology, about any procedure, about any place. It can be anything. Okay. Last time I have told you, everybody has to be ready for these things. Proactively, nobody's saying yes. Let me ask personally, everyone. So Mallar, is it audible? Are you able to get my voice? I think that you're not replying. Nikhil, is it audible, Nikhil? So don't chat in chat box, rather than you can unmute and speak. So let me know, are you going to say something? Are you going to speak something? Vinayak,
Sir, not prepared.
okay, I think that you were there last time. I have told you, so that is not fair at all. Okay, you should not give excuses. You can get time, and for talking for 2 to 3 minutes, hardly it requires 5 minutes. Okay, and you people have smartphones in your hand. Lots of content can be available. It is not like that you have to search for books and something like this. Anything can be available. So next time, take care that you're not going to have like this. Divya,
Yes, sir.
okay, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can start.
Can I share my screen, sir?
Just wait 1 minute because I have to make you host or co-host. Okay, so there is no option of co-host. I'm making host. Okay, but don't end the meeting or okay. Now you can share your screen.
Okay, sir.
I will stop sharing my screen. Okay, first of all. Yes, your screen was visible, Divya. You stopped sharing it.
Okay, sir.
Once again, do the same. It was visible.
Sir, is visible?
Yes, now it is visible. You can go to your presentation now.
Sir, I make the presentation on hacking.
Yes.
Sir, there are contents, introductions, ethical hacking meaning, hackers, types of hackers, required skills of ethical hackers, phases of ethical hacking, sir. Sir, hacking means a person who access the system control on its system using authorization, sir, is known as hacking, sir. There are three types of hackings: white hat hacker hacking, black hat hacker, and gray hat hacker, sir. Sir, I'm not able to speak.
Okay, it means that you're not prepared. You had presentation, but you're not able to give it.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So I think that next time you can just be ready. You can make short presentation, and it can be 3 to 5 minutes, and you can speak. It can be with PPT. It can be without PPT also.
Okay,
But
sir.
well done. You tried it at least. It's fine.
Yes,
So you can make me host back, and you can stop your sharing screen.
yes.
Okay. So let me ask next, Pragati.
Yes, sir.
So are you ready?
Sir, I'm speaking on swimming. Mm, I will prepare short paragraph. Uh, my name is uh, actually just 1 minute. My hobby is swimming. I love swimming because when I am go to the swimming pool, it makes me relaxation, and the peoples are uses for swimming rivers, also lakes, and which peoples are in rich which peoples are in city, they are uses pools. In swimming there are many types, butterfly, freestyle. I like butterfly and freestyle. I am learner from my uncle, and in many times I will win in swimming competitions. It takes me relaxation. It's a very good exercise for our health. That's it.
Okay, all right. So good, Pragati. So there are some minor mistakes, but let it be. But we have to practice it like this daily. Every day we have to speak in English. Then only we can get confident, and we can eliminate those mistakes also. So let's ask Nupur.
Yes, sir.
So just say yes. Are you ready or not?
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to talk about the importance of time in student life. So, time is very important in life. No one can escape the passing of time, and time plays an important role in everyone's life. So, if time is invested properly, it could be used to develop a skill. So, time also healing a person both externally and internally as well. um, Time is considered to be the ultimate thing that cannot be measured. When proper work is done and completed on that time, it will yield a good result. So students should understand that time is invaluable, but time is more valuable than money. Lost money can be earned back, but lost time cannot be, and nothing can stop the flow of time in our lives. uh, Time management is required to understand the value of time. A person who completes his work on time will turn help them to be successful. So I want to say that everyone should develop a habit to complete a particular task on time to time. And the most important people in the world are very conscious about the value of time. Hence, we should also not waste time and try to make the best use of it. So thank you.
Yes. Very good thoughts, Nupur, and I think that that is not only presentation but a kind of good message for all of us that we have to utilize time properly. And those people who are successful, one of the characteristics of successful people is that they utilize time properly and they do their things on time. So we also need to learn we are utilizing time properly and we are completing tasks on the given time or maybe before the time also. Okay, so Divya, can you make me host again? Do you know how to make me host?
No, sir, I don't know.
So go to the participants list, click on my name, that is DSY, and there you will get more options. There you will get option of make host. Yes, right now you made me host. Okay, so I think that right now time is short, and so remaining people, I think that right now, Nupur, you have done it well. Pragati, you have done it well, and Divya, you tried it very nicely. So all you people are need to understand that how we can work on our oral communication. Right now we are very weak. Okay, as compared with what we should be, but we can practice it and we can improve it. So therefore we have to just take some efforts on it, and we will be fluent speakers, because in upcoming times, right now you're in second year, and well, maybe up to next year you people should be fully ready to face your GDs, to face your interviews, to face your number of placement activities, and again at workplace also, how we are going to sustain there. If we are able to communicate in a better way, then only we can sustain there. Otherwise, simply you may get a job, but you have to struggle a lot to sustain there. So therefore, let's work from today onwards. What you did earlier, maybe you practiced it, not practiced it, or it can be anything. So don't think anything about past, but from today onwards, we can work on it and we can improve it, and we can be confident about it. So message for all of you that you all make your English communication your strength. Okay, it should not be your drawback, it should not be your weakness. So with this note, we will stop here. Attendance we will take. Roll number 1 is absent, then roll number 2, 3, 4, 5 present, roll number 6 and 7 absent, 8 present, 9 and 10 absent, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 present. So absent numbers are 1, 6, 7, 9, 10. Okay, anybody present? 1, 6, 7, 9, 10. If not, then we will end this meeting for all. But remember, next time, I think that Mallar, you did not reply. Nikhil, Vinayak, you people be prepared next time. And those who spoke today, if time is there, we will take it next time also. So every day we are going to have oral communication only henceforth. We'll reduce learning theoretically, okay? But we will focus on working, practicing oral communication. All right. So should I end this meeting for all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you for joining
Yes,
today,
sir.
and do join for the next session also.